Jambo, and welcome to Muindi Monthly. This is a show that brings you closer to the Asian community in East Africa. I'm Gup Sond. You probably thought I was a bit rusty, but no, I'm still around. Okay, coming up then, Athi River is giving back to Kenya. We remember a very good friend Ruhela Datia. We get into the safari scene with Rally Guru Baldev Boldi Chagga. And of course, we get Boom Shakalakt at the carnivore with Apache Indian. But first, just how did we Muindis get here? Feroz Naroji tells us more on the origins of Indians in Kenya.
The Asian African Heritage Foundation was founded in 1999 as an organizing body for an exhibition at the National Museum that ran for 5 years. Its goals were to teach the community internally on their history and to communicate said history to indigenous Kenyans. A lot has been said on the history of South Asians in the region. How long have they been here? Were they brought solely to build a railway? Feroz Naroji tells us more.
The earliest recorded is from a Greek history, recording the presence of Indian traders from the South Asian subcontinent here since around 40 AD.
In the words of Rajiv Bhatia, ancestors going back 3 generations or more had come in dhows, traversing trade routes in the Indian Ocean, guided by seasonal winds and impelled by a craving for adventure and a search for greener pastures. They found it all and much more in East Africa, especially Kenya. By the time of Kenya's independence in 1963, Indians numbered about 177,000 to only 53,000 Europeans. But what made them stay?
The community, over these 200 years, forged an identity which it cannot repudiate. It formed an attachment and a love for the country has remained and has never gone.
South Asians were also very influential in the fight for independence, with the likes of Makan Singh, Piogama Pinto, and many more giving their all for Kenya's freedom. However, after 50 years, the question that many ask is if South Asians are still influential.
Influence is affecting the minds of others towards something good. We should be saying all Kenyans, including South Asian Kenyans, who are pushing for the ideals of Kenya, will they be continuing to play an influential part? Undoubtedly.
Sounds like South Asians, or as we've been aptly corrected, Asian Africans, are very much a part of Kenya's history, present and future, and are here to stay.
It's a community which is now heavily rooted here, but physically all over the place. It's astonishing.
The new exhibition will be finished by mid-next year and will always have a home at the National Museum here in Nairobi, so that the story of Asian Africans will forever be told.
Athi River Mining was founded in 1974 and is a mining and manufacturing company based in Nairobi. And since 2010, they have given back to the community through the Rhino Cement Foundation.
The Rhino Cement Foundation has invested heavily in supporting communities across Kenya and Tanzania. The 3 pillars of its investment have been in health, education, and environment. Under health, they've built clinics for the communities. Under the education pillar, the company offers 100 university scholarships every year, while at the same time funding the building of new classrooms and education facilities across various counties. And finally, for environment, the foundation has set up tree nurseries in order to help rehabilitate forests, as well as donating heavily towards rhino conservation.
From Lewa's perspective, it's always been pretty clear to us that Kenyans across the country need to recognise the value of wildlife and the value of conservation, and it's something that Lewa's been working very, very hard to achieve and to demonstrate that value to Kenyans over the last 20 years. And I think we've succeeded in North Kenya, and having a partner like ARM come in with Pradeep to support the work we're doing reinforces the message, not only at a local community level but at a corporate level, that corporates recognise that they can bring additional value to this process. They can leverage funding and support to this process, and it draws the full circle. It develops that full circle. We've got communities, we've got conservation organisations, and now we've got corporates, Kenyan corporates, involved in a Kenyan solution to a Kenyan problem.
In this series, we will be profiling key individuals who influenced the nation. And in today's story, we talk about someone very dear to our hearts, Ruhila Adatia Sood. What a remarkable human being. I got the pleasure of working with her from 2000 onwards on the Drive Show on East FM, and she was a go-getter. She achieved whatever she set out to get in life. And you know what? I learned a lot from her myself. Unfortunately, we lost Ruhila to terrorism at the Westgate siege on the 21st of September 2013, but her legacy still lives on through the Ruhila Adatia Sood Animal Support Trust. Ruhila, we miss you.
Almost a year after the sad demise of Ruhila Adatia Sood at the hands of terrorists, her family, friends and well-wishers made their way to the Zen Gardens in Nairobi for the launch of the Ruhila Adatia Sood Animal Support Trust.
Just the most compassionate, amazing person who deserves to still be here. So the week before she passed away, we said, let's go to the KSPC and see what we can do. Unfortunately, we never made it because of Nairobi traffic. Yeah, she passed away the week after that, and I said, what better way to keep her name going than through this trust?
The trust advocates for the protection and prevention of cruelty to animals. It stems from an initiative called Adopt a Dog, which was set up by Ruhila and a couple of friends to rescue stray and abandoned dogs, nurture them back to health, and find new homes for them.
If we can save some lives of some animals through her name, then I'll say that she hasn't died in vain. Then I'll say she hasn't died in vain. Yeah, that's how I wanted to be remembered.
Coming up, we follow the flying Sing, and we dance the night away with Kenya's biggest Asian radio station. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Muindi Monthly. Yes, we bring you closer to the Asian community in East Africa. And speaking of East Africa, the Safari Rally has been very popular in this region since 1953. It was part of the World Rally Championship until 2003 and is now part of the African Rally Championship calendar. And we see how this year's winner, Baldev Chugga, made it to the finish line.
62 cars started the 2014 Safari Rally, which was held around the slopes of Mount Kenya, with all eyes on the usual suspects. Kenya National Rally Championship defending champion Baldev Chugga and perennial rival Carl Flash Tundo led from the front as they battled for the crown. This year's race was a tough one for the drivers, with only 37 cars making it across the finish line. After an incredible two-day rally, Baldev Chugga was crowned victorious, with Tundo in second place, while Manveer Barian finished third.
And finally, the mother of all clubbing events for the first time in Kenya. It had never happened before, and the inaugural Big Weekend by East FM was a rocker. 8 international acts. We're talking about Apache Indian, Punjabi by Nature, DJ Suketu, Tasha Tar, Usman Rahman.
The Carnivore Simba Saloon was a venue for the most anticipated musical event of the year, East FM's Big Weekend. The event saw 8 international acts jet into Nairobi to join 10 local DJs for an 18-hour music festival. Usman Rahman was the first international artist to set the stage alight as he went through his repertoire of hits.
It's very, very nice to be here again in Nairobi, Kenya.
The biggest cheer of the night, however, was reserved for the king of Bhangra Muffin, Stephen Kapoor, aka Apache Indian. From Chuck Day, Independent Girl, the Don Raja gave the fans a night to remember.
Still can't believe that guy's rocking it at 45. Well, that wraps up this edition of Muindi Monthly. Catch you again next time. I'm Gup Sond. Kwaheri.
Apache Indian was amazing. He was too good. I have no words. He was just excellent.
Amazing.
That's all I have to say.
I think it's always good to see Apache Indian after 7 years. All the same, guys.
It was amazing.
I've enjoyed Apache Indian so much.